Hi, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time seeing my hands. Hi, I'm Erin of Planning Life with Erin, and I'm so excited you stopped by to check out this video. Thank you for being here. And if you're returning, hey, how have you been? All right, guys. It is February 28th. It is the last day of February. It has been the shortest month of the longest year. But we're going to be heading into March tomorrow. I could say I'm excited. I guess I am. We're just kind of going through the motions over here. But because we're still going through the motions, I need to plan out my month for March because there's a lot of different things going on. I don't have some dates. Like I know that there is some the cheerleading that Spencer's been doing. It's unified basketball and cheerleading for the elementary level. And she's really been loving it. And I'm so excited for her. But they're going to be having some games, and I think they're starting sometime in March. I just don't know when. I think they're at the end of March, but I definitely need to check on that. I have a dentist appointment over here that my husband handed me yesterday because he went to the dentist yesterday. And we already have our tabs on some events that are happening in March. My cousin's birthday is Sunday. It's a big birthday for her. I'm not sure if she watches my videos, but if she does, happy birthday. Welcome to this side of the madness. Okay. Let's see what else. Weston has an eye doctor's appointment. I have a dentist appointment apparently in March. And let's see, Weston band. That's what that says because my marker ran out and I was too lazy to get up and get another one. So I wrote it with a thicker tip marker. And it bled out of it, but that's great. I'm not going to worry about that. All right. We're going to be using TheCoffeeMonsterzCo because I've just decided, even though I am using other sticker shops and such, like, so if you're new to the channel, this is my third year in Hobonichi Cousin. For 2 years, pretty much all of the monthly and weekly sections were all TheCoffeeMonsterzCo because I'm a little obsessed, a little something about me. I'm a little obsessed with the TheCoffeeMonsterzCo, but this year I decided to kind of like expand my horizons. There's a lot of small shops in this community that I want to support, so I decided I'm going to start using other sticker shops in my Hobonichi Cousin. But for the monthlies, those will still be my TheCoffeeMonsterzCo because like the goal is to have like pretty much them all look like the same, but the different themes for each month. I'm looking around my desk right now and I'm like, what am I going to use for washi? I don't know. So I'm going to take a quick little look here. I just decided to hop on and start planning because I'm a little behind. So I'm not sure. Ooh, sorry, I got a little distracted. That's kind of cute and it matches. This one, I don't think I've used it. We might use that one. But yeah, so I had a migraine this morning. It is Friday the 28th, like I said. I was going to be planning this week in my take a note for all things content planning for Planning Life with Erin. But if I'm just going to be completely honest, because that's what we do around here, I didn't feel like it this week. It's still new. It's still like new to my lineup and I'm still kind of working it out. But I just didn't get around to it. And then when I did have the time, I just needed to take that time for myself and recharge my battery because your girl's just like, it's been a little stressful around here just because this one looks nice too. Sorry, I don't mean to, I'm like doing a couple things at the same time here. But I just needed time to just like be in my cozy hobbies. I found an audiobook that I'm thoroughly enjoying. It has thrown me for a loop, guys. Oh my gosh. But I've been just listening to my audiobook, taking some time, touching some grass, and just enjoying my family and being in the moment. And I put the take a note on the back burner this week. So I think this will probably go up tonight. I know tomorrow is March 1st, but we'll probably do this one tonight. And I think I'm going to do a flip through and an update on how I'm using my planners and how I like my planners. That will go up on Sunday. So with that being said, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I think it's down here. I don't know. It's like a weird this way, not that way. this way or maybe even that way. I don't know. I don't know where the subscribe button is, but definitely hit subscribe if that is something. If you love planners, Hobonichi Cousin, Hobonichi Week, stickers, unboxings, markers, pens, all the things, this is a channel for you. So go ahead and hit subscribe, hit that bell notification so you're notified anytime we come out with something new here on the channel. And if you like this video or any other video on the channel, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It really helps. And I'd really, I really appreciate all the support and love you guys give to the channel. It means a lot to me. So that being said, sorry there's no Take a Note this week. I apologize. We'll be back to our regular scheduled Take a Note programming next Friday, I'm hoping. But I'm just, like I said, I'm just really taking some time for myself and just doing the things that I need to fill my cup and make sure that I am just taking care of my mental health, I guess. So there's that. Okay, now, what washi we're going to use, guys? I don't know. I like this one. Let's open it. This one is like a planning one, I think. I feel like I haven't used it. Like, whoops. I have a lot of washi. And I probably should make that like a goal for 2025. Use all the washi. I say use the sticker. And then I have like tons of washi. And I'm like, oh, goodness. So there's this one. This one is like planning. And it's so cute. Like, they're all so cute. But I think, and the color matches this green really nicely. This one's cute. I actually just got this order in with the little sprout charm. So cute. It's like my favorite. And that one also looks cute. Let's do, I think we're going to swatch it real quick because I don't know. I kind of want something that's like springish. Maybe can we do both of them? I don't know. I wish a lot of the times, I wish I was planning live so you guys could give me, some advice on what I should use. But we're gonna just shelf that for a second. And we will do our planning. So I'm gonna use these markers. These are Mr. Pen. These swatch the best match for these colors. I love these. These are actually like, I think they're highlighters for like Bibles. So it's perfect for the Hobonichi paper. And I like them a lot. I don't use them nearly as much as I probably should. My go-to is usually a Tombow, but I do like these a lot. All right. So what a week it's been, guys. Still holding on. Still doing okay. We've got, I'm going to pull this in a little bit. Today is Friday. Weston has a dance tonight. It's like it's a semi-formal dance. He's pretty excited for that. He also was supposed to have Spar Wars tonight for karate, but because of the dance, he's going to do it in March, actually. So that's March 15th, which is a Saturday. So I remember to hopefully put that in because I actually forgot to put my little flag down last night when we found out when the makeup would be, I guess, if you want to call it that. So March is going to be pretty full. I'm pretty excited about some things that are happening in March. Just like Spencer's cheerleading that we get to finally see. I'm so excited. She comes home and she like shows me her new little cheers and it's just so cute. I was a cheerleader when I was in probably 6th and 7th grade. I think I did cheerleading. I went to a Catholic school, so I went there until I was in 8th grade, and I did basketball and cheerleading actually, and I enjoyed both of them very much. It was a lot of fun. I remember just having a lot of fun doing that, and I used to actually kind of get picked on pretty bad when I was in elementary school. I started off in public school, and then I transferred over to a Catholic school when I was at the end of 2nd grade because of issues with the teacher that we don't really need to talk about, but I started at the end of 2nd grade, and then I went there until I was in 8th grade when I graduated, and then I went to back to a public high school, which was, I will say, quite the adjustment. But when I was at the Catholic school, there was only 40 kids in my class. It was a pretty small school, and I got picked on pretty badly. I was actually just talking to my mom about it. I got picked on pretty badly when I was younger. It was not fun. I was heavy, and the kids used to pick on me. A couple of them in particular were not kind. But it was just funny because we were just talking about it, my mom and I, and because we were talking about social media. My kids are, if you guys are new, I have 2 kids, boy and a girl. My son, Weston, will be 13 in like a month and a half, which I'm not ready for. And my daughter will be 11 in a little over a month and a half in May. And we were talking about social media, my mom and I, because my kids have brought it up, and I guess they're talking about wanting to be on social media. Weston had heard there might be a social media ban for kids 13 and under. I disagree with that. I think it should be no children should be on social media. I think that's something that should be like when they're 18, because of things like I got picked on. This is what my mom and I were talking about. I got picked on at school when I was in the elementary level into like a middle school level, I guess, because when you go to a Catholic school when I was younger, it was until 8th grade. So that being said, trying to figure out what I want to do here. Sorry. I got picked on during the day, like between school hours, like 8 to 2:30 or whatever the school hours were. Kids nowadays, if they're getting bullied or picked on, which I'm sure that's going to start increasing a lot because of our current environment, but it doesn't just stop like when they leave school and then they have a break and then they start all over again the next day, which is difficult on its own. Speaking as somebody who has experience with that, I used to try to get out of school a lot because I didn't want to get picked on. I mean, who wants to get picked on, right? So the thing is that social media opens up this door for kids to get picked on constantly, for maybe photos or video to be taken during a school day or when the child's not aware, and then it goes up on social media. And I know that there are a lot of adults that don't realize that the internet is forever. I grew up in this weird time before internet, before social media. I'm 43 years old. I'm a fossil. Not really, but I grew up and I remember what it was like to not have a phone in my hand all the time. I had a beeper and there were payphones. I went to school and I saw kids at school, and then when I left school, I didn't see those kids anymore. We passed notes by folding them into little triangles and like flicking them across the room, that kind of thing. That's not how the world is now. And I think that there are a lot of adults out there that forget the internet is permanent. It's something that's there forever. It took me a long time to really grasp that. And I think that unfortunately, because of things with kids and not understanding cause and effect, just because like their frontal lobe is not fully developed, so they don't understand the magnitude of their actions and putting something online. And then these kids are getting picked on all the time. And there's just, in my opinion, there are things that are on social media sites that are not appropriate for children. That's just my thought. Don't come at me. That's how I feel about it. But I think that for my kids, for me personally, they won't be having social media until they are, I don't know what I want to do here, until they are at least 18 years old. I don't know. I'll probably be the worst mom ever, but that's okay. I'm fine with that, because if my kids are saying I'm the worst mom ever about something like that, that means I'm doing a good job. So I'm okay with that. But it's just funny because, you know, like when I talk to people, sometimes they're like, but you're on social media. I am also 43 years old. And trust me, yes, I am on social media and I can see how cruel and mean humans are. And I don't want my kids exposed to that. They don't need to be exposed to that. So that's how I feel about it. And that's my stand on it. And I'm not sure why I got into that, but here we are. Sorry, guys. If you're new around here, I kind of go squirrel sometimes and I talk about things and I forget what I was actually talking about. So I apologize. But I think I was just getting picked on at school and stuff like that. I don't know what washi I want to use. That's partly what I got distracted with. So I think we're going to stick with this one. I like it. I think it looks good. Why not? If the color is right, and we're always planning and doing fun, crafty things around here. So I think that's good. Okay. And let's do a little bit over here. No, that's too much. It's so weird that February, like, it's not really short. I mean, it's shorter, obviously, than the other months, but it doesn't feel like it's that much shorter where it feels like it goes by like that. So I'm not sure, like, what happened. Okay, so we've got an eye exam on the 13th for Weston. Let's put that in. I'm going to need to find out when the basketball games start, and I'm kind of excited for that. We have on the 15th Spar Wars. We'll make sure we put that in so I don't forget, because now that we've just realized that I forget things. I do want to use this to mark my cousin's birthday. So exciting. And then what else do we have going on? I am going to write in that we have dance, but I actually just want to do like a little, because I keep forgetting about dance. If you watched my last, my Hobonichi Cousin plan with me, I had to like stop because I booked a hair appointment for Spencer for tomorrow actually. And I had to stop because, I forgot we had dance, so I had to go reschedule it. So yay. All right, let's put, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do my dentist appointment on the 26th. And then Weston's band concert is going to be on the 26th. He's like, I don't know what time it is, though. Most likely it is at 6 p.m. I'll put that down. I want to do something to cover that. So maybe we can just do, like, something cute. Why not? Just do that. All right, I like it. It works. For here, I'll put some balloons for my cousin's birthday. I'm so excited. It's funny, we're 3 years apart. So I remember being like young teenagers and being like, you know, when is she gonna, when are you gonna be 18? When are you gonna get your driver's license? That kind of thing. So it's just, I feel like it's still funny as an adult. I'm like, yay, she's 40 now. All right, I need to check on something, so I'm going to pause for a second because I think we have a day off coming up for the School for Personal Development. I want to say it's the 5th, but I could be wrong, so I want to double check on that. Well, I'm glad I checked on it because I was completely wrong. I was thinking it was the 5th because that was when we did it for February, but it is actually the 20th, which is fine by me. It's a personal development day for the teachers. Okay. And let's do a little pencil because we all know how much I love the pencil. Where is it? I know. Is there one? Yes. I would say I just saw one. I love this little pencil. So we'll do the apple and the pencil to mark no school. We've got dance. What else do we have? Joe has a dentist appointment, but that's not until October. So I have to remember, I have it off to the side here to make sure I remember to add that to my October calendar. Or my, yeah. Gosh. I feel like it's going to be October before we know it. I'm laughing because I just flipped through. I've been trying to get better at like doing things like, so we need white Christmas lights for our Christmas tree, and we didn't want to get them at the end of the season, which we probably should have because they would have been cheaper. But I think we needed them this Christmas that just passed, and we had already put the tree up and all the decorations and a couple of lights were going out, and I'm like, oh no, we need lights. So I'm trying to be proactive and put them up, like put it somewhere that I'll see it to get some lights before Christmas time, before we put our Christmas tree up anyways. Okay, I feel like I want to add something else to this. Like I feel like I have this section here. I didn't really add anything to that. The 31st is here, so it's kind of weird. I don't want to run that all the way over, but I feel like maybe we can find something to put there. Like I have a frog, I think, actually, that might look cute. Let me see if I can find it. We've got the chicken. That one's cute. But I think, let's see if I can find it. I know I have one here because I haven't really used it. Because I hadn't, oh, there it is. Oop. I think that one's cute. We're going to use it. I've been actually looking for a place to use it, and I can't remember what, I think this might be the spring sheet. I'm not sure. Obviously, I've used all of them, but let's use this one. I think he looked cute. Right. Let's line them up. There we go. I love it. It's so cute. Okay, so now that's gone. Hopefully we get some more of the seasonal steals. That'd be fun. Okay. This is looking good so far. I'm like sitting in my brain and I'm like, okay, what is coming up next week that I need to remember? And I don't think there's anything going on next week. So that's good. We do have cheerleading on Tuesday. So I'm actually going to mark that in. And I don't know why I have this really weird feeling that something is on the 15th, but I can't think of what it is. Or not the 15th, the 5th. I don't know why that date is like buzzing around in my head. Okay, we'll figure it out, I'm sure. I've got 3 of these, so let's do my 3 paydays for March. Because this is like my everything calendar. I use this for mostly everything for finances, not budgeting though. That I have a separate one for. But any money that's coming in or anything for the family, anything for me, that kind of thing. And I kind of use it for like a hub. Like if I'm going to, like I will take some of this information and put it in my budgeting journal and stuff like that. Because this is like I can't live without this planner, guys. Okay, what else do I want to add in here? I think I've covered everything. I do want to put the dates down so I don't forget anything. March 26th, that's me. Dentist, eye doctor, and band. Okay, not too bad. Now I have to use one of my ballpoint pens because, I'm going to use my Uniball one. Usually I would use my fountain pen, but my fountain pens don't like me right now. All 3 of them, actually, I don't know, maybe this one. This is my, my capless, my Pilot capless. I think this one ran out of ink too. I don't think it helps that I ink up my pens all at the same time. Yeah, this one's out too. So I ink them out all at the same time. You would think that they would not run out all at the same time, but they do. So I feel like I just filled them. So I have my this is my Pilot capless. So the only difference between these 2 pens are exactly the same. It's the nib that's different. This one has a gold nib and this one has a steel alloy nib. I like them both. I think they're really great. And then I have my Esterbrook, which was failing me. I was using this one because these 2 ran out, and then I started using this one, and then that one ran out. I was like, come on, you do me like that. I do have Twisbies and stuff, but they're actually inked up with like different color ink, and I try to keep it like mostly black for the calendar anyways. All right, what else? I think that's it. So let's start putting some pen to paper. We've got, do I want to do, let me see. All right, sorry, my mom called, so I had to stop the video. We had this, like, not super long conversation, but we had a conversation, and I have no idea what I was doing before that, but I'm pretty certain I was writing down some important dates. So let's get back to that, and I'm sorry that this video is a little choppy. I haven't really talked to anybody this morning because, like I said, I had a migraine, so my mom was calling to check up on me, but I think I wanted to check on what pen I used for last month, and I used my Tombow Fudonosuke. Fudonosuke, guys, look at that. I'm getting better. I think I'm saying it pretty good. It's a little inside joke. If you haven't been around, I have a hard time saying this pen's name, but it is a Tombow Fudonosuke, and it is a hard tip. So if you've been around from before when I couldn't say it, there we go. I knew I'd get it eventually. Okay, so glasses. I took my glasses off because they are just readers. Now I'm like, I can't see anything. All right, so we've got my cousin's birthday. And then on the 15th is Star Wars. I'm not sure of the time. I'll have to double check on that. We have no school on the 20th. And then on the 13th is Weston's dentist appointment. Not dentist, it's eye doctor appointment. And I believe it's at 10 a.m. So he'll have a little bit of a late day that day. I was so excited for him today. He went in early. So usually when I drop him off, he gets there a good 10, 15 minutes before like homeroom starts kind of thing. But he said to me the other day, he's like, hey, he's like, can you take me to school earlier on Friday? And I'm like, okay, why? And he's like, I'm doing the announcements. So he did the morning announcements today. He did it last month too. I'm really excited for him because he used to do it, I think every Friday at his old school, his elementary school. And he absolutely loved it. It's like one of those things that just like makes him feel like important and special and stuff. So, and he does a really good job with it. So that makes me happy. All right. So on the 26th, I've got my dentist appointment. Yay. So I have the dentist at what time? 11:30. And then we have Wes band. I don't know what time, but I'm going to say 6. I'm not even going to write it in because it could be 5, but usually they do it around 6. I think they like to give families a little bit of an opportunity to have some dinner first. All right. And then we have important. Let's do important. And then goals for this month. Okay. And then I think I want to write out dance and cheerleading. I did do it in the darker pen. Maybe we'll just continue that way. And then we'll just write in my goals and stuff with my Uniball 1. And then this one is an A5, I believe. Can I see it? Yes, it's in a 0.5. So yeah, so he was really excited to do the announcements today. And yesterday, I actually got an email from his teacher. So last year, if you've been around, let me know down in the comments. But last year, so Weston is autistic. He has an IEP and all that good stuff. So last year we had some trouble with the resource teacher that's like in all the rooms kind of thing. And the math teacher from last year, if you guys remember, she was great. But I went for an IEP meeting last year, and it was like the one meeting that Joe couldn't come with me, and it was to discuss things like honors math, honors reading, things like that, because Weston scores really, really high, especially in math. And they were like, no, for honors math, because he has trouble regulating at times. And some of it is just, I should say, because of his age, because he's gotten much better. The maturity is kicking in, and he's been having a much easier time regulating this year. But they were like basically trying to deny him because of behaviors, which if you're versed in any type of IEP laws and things like that, they can't. Like, that wasn't part of their rubric. It wasn't based on behavior. It's based on performance and grades and testing, RIDECAST and iReady assessments and things like that, which he knocked out of the park, like almost a perfect RIDECAST score. So Joe and I fought that, and he went into honors math this year, and he wanted to take Italian, so he took Italian, and I'm happy to report he made high honors. So second quarter, he made high honors, and we're super proud of him. So his teacher emailed me yesterday saying that his science teacher is strongly recommending him be in honor science next year. And we started talking about the potential of being in honors English. Weston's a little reserved about honors English for kind of a silly reason, I think. So during the summer, they have their summer reading, and regular English classes, you're allowed to read and pick a book off of like a list of award-winning books or up for awards. And he likes to be able to pick his own book. But if you're in honors English, they tell you, okay, this is the one you have to read. And he's like, oh, but I want to be able to pick my own book. So we're still kind of talking about that one. But Joe and I were talking last night, and we talked with Weston, but him and I talked too. And I was like, I really think that Weston's very smart. He can play many instruments. He draws like somebody who's taken professional drawing classes. And this is all without practice and all that good stuff. It just comes very naturally to him. He's like crazy good at math and also likes math, which I think is so weird because ew, math. But and he's really good in English and things like that, and social studies. He knows a lot about history. He knows a lot about science things and things like that. He really loves a lot of things. But reading, he's just like, he used to get really upset when he had to write. And the other night at dinner, he was actually talking about how they're writing. They all had to pick something to write about. Spencer was talking about an essay that she was writing in school. And he's been writing like a paper, like not even like an essay. It's like a paper. And he's been writing it. He was writing about Barack Obama and something. I forget what it was. But we would know about when he was writing things, because usually he'd be like, I have to write 5 sentences. And he'd get really frustrated. But the amount of maturity and confidence that me and Joe have seen with Weston this year is like blown our minds. And a lot of it we think is because he's challenged now in these classes. You know, he's not bored. It's not coming out like where he's just like bored and, you know, he's being challenged now. And I don't know, it's really cool. So I'm quite proud of my son. I'm really proud of my daughter too. Last night we actually had a conversation because she was really upset. I hate iReady if you're new around here, but they pushed her back a couple of levels on her math iReady. She struggles with, no, let me backtrack. I would say she has normal struggles with math. For any person that doesn't necessarily enjoy math and finds it to be boring and, you know, is 10. So she struggles a little bit with the whole paying attention and that kind of stuff. But when it comes to like iReady, which I really don't think is a great tool to give like for homework, you want to use it for assessments and things like that. I have my issues. I'm not going to get into it. But in her iReady, her teacher probably like he knocked her back a couple of levels, and she was really upset about it last night. And I said, well, I think that maybe he sees you're struggling with something, or what he's perceiving as you struggling with something, so maybe he dialed it back for you so you could relearn a couple of things so you could get stronger with that. I don't know. That's just my assumption. I haven't talked to the teacher yet. But she was crying and she's like, I'm so stupid. And like, man, my heart broke into a bajillion little pieces. It's my little girl. Like, I don't want to hear either of my kids say they're stupid. And I always tell my kids, I'm like, would you say that to your friend? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, then why would you say it about yourself? So anyways, we were talking last night and I told Spencer, I'm like, listen, not a lot of people like math. Like Weston, he's good at math, but he also likes math, which is actually kind of like not normal. Like most people don't love math. And a lot of people struggle at math. I was like, but you excel with your reading and your spelling and all these things. I was like, we're not all good at everything. I was like, we'd be kind of boring if we were. But I was like, you are excelling in spelling and reading and writing and all the things. And I'm like, you're reading at like a 7th grade level. I was like, please don't think you're stupid. You know, just because you don't like math and maybe you're not like giving it 100% because you're like, yay, woohoo, math, you know, like don't be down on yourself. So I had that conversation with her last night. And, you know, I use this example because she had a little bit of we had a bumpy week at the beginning of the week, not with her. It was something to do with other students. And, you know, I was checking on her to make sure she was okay and all that stuff. Nothing serious. She's fine. But we were talking at one point and she was saying to me that, you know, she doesn't feel good about herself at times. And again, she's going to be 11. So I think the hormones are kicking on and all those complex feelings are starting to happen. So she said, well, I don't feel like I'm good at things. And then I feel like everybody's judging me. And I, you know, we were talking about it and I gave her the example because I saw this commercial years and years ago. I don't remember what it was for, but it was like a mom and she was at the door with the baby and the husband comes home and he was like, how was your day? She's like, it was awful. And she's telling him the day and how bad it was and all the things that she did wrong and all of her failures and all that stuff. And then they like cut to the husband, like putting the little boy, I can't remember, the kid to bed. And he was basically asking them, how was your day? And they were like, it was great. This happened and mommy did this. And all the things that the mom perceived as herself as doing wrong and that attributed to her bad day, the child looked at it like it was the most amazing thing in the world. So it's all about perspective, right? So when Spencer was talking to me about feeling bad about things and, you know, I feel like I'm a failure or this, that, and the other thing, we were talking about it and I went in that space with her and I said, I understand that feeling. I was like, I really do. I was like, you know, I don't feel like I'm a really good mom. I was like, a lot of times I feel like I'm failing. And that's the truth. I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I'm not spending enough time with you. You know, we're not doing enough together. I'm not asking enough questions. Maybe I'm not hugging you enough, or I'm not, you know, telling you I love you enough, or I just feel like I'm failing almost every day. And she looked at me with her big, beautiful eyes and such love and I don't even know the word, but she just looked at me and she said, no, mommy, you are the best mommy. And I don't need my kids to say that to me. Like, that's not what I was looking for, but I needed her to realize that we all feel that way and we're our own worst enemies. So just because we feel that way doesn't mean that that is what is truth. So I think she got it. And because she was like, you're the best mom ever. And I'm like, I know, you and Weston tell me that all the time. I was like, but I still have my own insecurities and I still feel like I'm not doing all that I could be or that I'm failing you somehow. I was like, so these are normal emotions, but we need to trust that the people that are around us that love us and tell us that we're a good friend or we're a good mom or we're smart or we're beautiful or whatever it is that they're telling us the truth. And it's all about perspective, and we're on our own worst enemies. So yeah, so that was the week with my kids and with Weston and Spencer and all that good stuff. I'm sorry to go off on that tangent, but I just feel like I feel really bad. I remember being a kid and I remember going through all this and thinking all these things. Heck, I'm 43, like we've already established in this video, and I still go through these things. So like, let me know down in the comments. This is a human thing where like you just feel bad about something or you feel like you're not doing your best or whatever. And I feel it's like my mom always tries to fix things. She's a fixer. She wants to fix it. And I get that now. Now that I'm a mom and I see my kids and they're struggling or the different things or whatever, and it's like I want to fix it, but it's like I have to give them the tools to show them that they can fix it themselves. And that's hard. I will say that's hard. But I'm very proud of my kids. I don't know really where I was going with all that, but I'm very proud of my kids. Yeah. So it's been a weird week, but like I said, that's why I really didn't do a lot of planning and stuff, because we had some things happen at the beginning of the week and my kids just needed me and I was there. And as I sit here and say, oh, I'm a bad mom, I didn't plan, I didn't do the things because I wanted to be there with my kids. So yeah, I don't know. It's an internal battle. All right. I don't have too many important things that I want to remember for, I know something else I could put on here. I want to, Joe's vacay time. I'm just going to put that. We want to like have a day, him and I. Last year we had our trip to the Poconos. It was a family reunion and we don't have that this year. So we have like 5 extra days to play with, but, we want to figure that out. We are going to be going away for Easter. I think Easter is the 20th, I think, because Good Friday, I believe, is on the 18th. So we're going to be away and he's going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 days off there, but then he'll still have some. So we got to figure out some. I like to mark it on the calendar. So I definitely want to get that done. And maybe see if we can plan a little day trip for him and I, or I would love. I already told him, I'm like, I want to go back to New York, but we got to see what's going on first. But I would love to go back to Yoseka and visit the stationery shop. And we liked the hotel we stayed at. It wasn't the best. It wasn't a 5-star hotel, but it was convenient and it was affordable. So maybe when the weather gets nice again, before we go into like summer, we'll see what this, let's see what's going on first. Okay. Anyways, my goals this month is I want to read or listen to at least 2 books. So I thought maybe I'd be able to get one in the books, no pun intended, for February, because I dragged my feet on finding my audiobook. I finally found one. I think it was on Sunday. And I was like, oh yeah, I have enough time to finish my book. No, it was an 8-hour book. I'm listening to it. It's like Wrong Place, Wrong Time. Oh my gosh, it's so good, guys. It like threw me for a loop. I will get the title. I'm pretty certain it's Wrong Place, Wrong Time. I will get the title, and the authors, and I'll put it hopefully in the description of this video if I remember, in case you're interested, because it's a good book. It threw me for a loop. It started like with hitting the ground running, and then all of a sudden it like took a sharp turn, and I was like, oh, it's really good, but I was a little over like ambitious, so definitely won't get done maybe by the weekend. So I might be able to call it my first book of March, but I've got read 2 books, and then I have a low/local spend challenge month. I actually want to move this bullet down a little bit. So I am doing a low spend month. I am participating today in the blackout, and I am not shopping today. Tomorrow, Spencer's going to get her hair cut, and the boys will go to a local barber to get their hair cut. Spencer goes to Ulta like I do, but I have already purchased my gift card, and Ulta is still good on the diversity, equality, and inclusion list. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow, but no gas, no Target, no Amazon. I'm actually thinking about canceling my Amazon Prime account. I don't think, I'm not sure if it affects like shows and stuff, but I don't think we're really watching anything on there anyway. So I'm going to definitely be revamping things. But definitely low local spending, trying to keep things local, and also wanting to support my Canadian sticker shops. So definitely will be doing that, and smaller sticker shops. Like if you have the opportunity to shop small, Etsy or just these small sticker shops, it means the world to these little companies. You know, they're not like these large corporations with a board and a CEO and thousands of employees. It's usually just the person, and they're running their shop on their own, and that money goes to put food on the table for their family or to help put clothes on their kids' backs and things like that. So anytime we have the opportunity to shop small in our community, I highly suggest that. And what other goals do I have this month? What was last month's goals? Did we? Okay. Well, I did not read 2 books, but I had a low spend month. And I didn't walk 3 times a week for 10 minutes. I walked maybe once the whole month for 10 minutes. So, but we're going to, I don't want to make it broad, like get healthy. And I know if you've been around, I've been saying it forever. I'm going to start walking. I'm going to start doing this. I'm just going to actually do it and stop saying it. But what do I want to call it? Like I've got the eating healthy part down and I've been taking my vitamins, but I do want to start working out again. I want to feel strong. I want to feel healthy. It's not even so much about losing weight. Oh, that would be a happy bonus. What do I want to do? I think I'm going to put move body 3 times a week. So this way it's not too broad, but it's not too constricting where I'm like, oh my God, I didn't walk today. So we'll do it that way. I think that's good. I think those are reasonable goals for me. And then when I do my weekly goals, let's see, like finish my audiobook, low spend, and clean out, like things like that. Like I just will put them down here. So maybe that particular week, I'm going to walk 2 days out of the week. Like the weather's getting nicer. I always say I won't care if I walk in the cold, but I say that, and then in theory, I'm like, I'm gonna do it, and then it's cold, and I'm like, well, it's 20 degrees today. Maybe if it was like 35, I'd walk, and then still it's 35, and I'm like, no. So I think I could find some things that I can do in the house, and then do some walking also, like as the weather gets nicer. So we'll see. I don't think that's a bad thing. All right. So I think that covers my month of March. Not too bad. We start getting busy as we start going further into the school year. I know Weston has his band, but then I think Spencer might be having one too, because she's doing cello this week. She's doing cello this year. I think next year she's going to do chorus. That's what I signed her up for because we talked about it. And not that I don't want her to explore instruments, but I think like she wants to get into piano lessons and stuff, and that we can do outside of the school. So I told her, I was like, I think you should do chorus. The girl loves to sing and she's got a good voice. Like I think if she had some training, a little bit more. I think that would be something that would be really good for her. She likes to sing her pretty little heart out in the shower. And her playlist, guys, let me tell you, my dad really likes the song Cara Mia. My kids, I grew up around Roy Orbison and Frank Sinatra and like all those. That's what my parents used to listen to. Also Stevie Nicks and Mamas and the Papas and stuff like that. Like my parents have very different music tastes, but also similar. And they like the same things too, like Frankie Valli and stuff like that. My dad has a really beautiful voice and all that. And Phantom of the Opera was something we listen to all the time. But it's funny because I have appreciation for all types of music. I'm not a huge fan of country. I like some, but for the most part, country is like the only real genre that I'm not like woohoo about. But I have a very diverse music library and all that good stuff. But my kids do too now because my parents listen to certain songs, and like Weston used to come home and be like, I love track 2 on disc 4 or whatever, because like my parents, they're older, so they have CDs. But one of Spencer's favorite songs that they listen to is Caramia. And it's so funny when I'm listening to Spencer, like she's listening to like APT and she's singing her little heart out in the shower, and then all of a sudden she breaks into Caramia and it's playing on her iPad. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So she's going to have, she's going to do chorus. And I think that she's going to like it. I hope she likes it. So there's that. That's going to be next year. But this year she's doing cello. And she's supposed to have a recital sometime. I just don't know when. So I'm going to have to double check on that. I'm surprised we haven't had it already. They usually do one for Christmas, but they just did the chorus this year. Maybe it's because there's a lot of new kids taking instruments. I don't know. So I definitely need to check on that. Maybe I should put that in my little important section. Let's do that. And let's just do, all right. I'll just do a little highlight bullet. And we'll write in check, Spence, and then we'll just put concert. But she does like the cello, and I tease her and my neighbor's daughter, and I'm like, hey, you guys gonna play like Wednesday Addams by the end of the year? I want to hear Paint It Black on the cello. And they laugh at me. I'm like, what? That's my personal concert that I want. But okay, anyways, let me know what you guys think of this down in the comments. I think it came out cute. I like it. I don't have much going on. I feel like as the month goes on, we'll probably fill it up a little bit more. We didn't have much going on last month. Oh, I know what I need to do. And you know what? I'm going to highlight it. This should go into the important, but it made me think of it when I flipped over to this side. We had the Edgar Allan Poe Speakeasy back in February that got canceled because of snow, which I was not happy about. But silver lining, the venue or the place that I bought the app or the website, I don't know what you want to call it, the vendor, I guess, I bought the tickets through, they reimbursed us in credits, which at first I was like, what, WTF? But through further inspection, I realized that the Vincent van Gogh immersive experience was on there as tickets that they were selling, so we can use our credit for that. And just like, we should take the kids. So we'll see. I don't know. But I want to make sure. Van Gogh. Let's put experience. It's going on until the end of March, I believe. So I want to make sure I check on that and get those tickets so we can put that in the calendar, because that would be really cool. Okay. So now I'm done. Now I think I'm done. The other things will pop up, I'm sure. But yeah, so there it is. Let me know what you guys think of this down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I am still behind on answering and replying. I've only replied to a couple, but tonight is my cozy night, Joe Games. So I will sit and I will answer some comments tonight, and definitely start answering some comments hopefully tomorrow. Maybe while Spencer's getting her haircut, I'll sit there and answer some comments. So if you have commented on some of my videos just recently and I haven't responded, please forgive me. I'm a little behind, so I will definitely try to catch up on that. But do know that I do read them, and I appreciate all of your comments and your thoughts and all the good stuff. So thank you. And like I said in the beginning of this video, thank you so much for your support. It's truly, truly appreciated, because like I was saying about small sticker shops and stationery shops within our community or within your own community where you live, instead of supporting, yachts and private jets, you're supporting small businesses that have families and, roofs to keep over heads and food on the table and things like that. So it definitely goes a long way. And it's very much appreciated. And I too, I make small commissions off of my affiliate links at no extra cost to you guys. Just tuning in and viewing my videos and sharing and liking and all that stuff. It supports the channel and helps support me so I can bring you all of these things, and also to help out with, the family life and all that good stuff. So very much appreciated. I thank you truly from the bottom of my heart, and as does my family as well. So thank you, and thank you for always being here. And if you've made it this far into the video, because this one might be a little bit of a longer one, they tend to be longer when they're choppy, I apologize. But if you've made it this far, I appreciate you so much. I know that we're all so busy, so when you take that time to come and hang out with me and chat and plan, I really, truly appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you for being here and all the good things. And until I see you again, keep planning and have a beautiful week. Bye.